The San Francisco 49ers are all in on Robert Saleh as their new defensive coordinator, that they are willing to make him the highest paid DC in all of football. Now, we understand, though, Robert Saleh is interviewing for 3 head coaching jobs with the Jets, the Jags, and now the Cowboys. And we've already heard reports, at least surrounding the Jaguars, that he is the potential front runner for that position. And of course, shout out to former 49ers general manager and current general manager of the Jaguars, Trent Baalke, for trying to make things more difficult for the 49ers. They already exploded the wide receiver market. They helped explode the quarterback market. And now they're trying to come after the 49ers' number 1 guy at DC. But this was from Matt Barrows, and shout out to Coach Yak on X for digging this up on the Tim Kawakami podcast. Matt Barrows says, in regards to the 49ers DC search, it's Robert Saleh or bust, really, because they haven't done much work with anybody else to this point. I've heard that they already told Saleh, we will make you the highest paid defensive coordinator in the land if you sign with us. So now it's just a matter of waiting for Saleh. That from Matt Barrows of The Athletic via the Tim Kawakami podcast. So that is one of the interesting developments, is the 49ers have not interviewed that many candidates for the defensive coordinator job. So the way that I'm looking at it is, yes, they are all in on Robert Saleh, as they should be. You know, he's clearly sought after as a head coach. And if the 49ers could get him, that would be great. But as we know, Brandon Staley, who's been in the building and been a former head coach as well, it kind of feels like, due to the lack of interviews, it feels like 1A is Robert Saleh, and if that doesn't go through, 1B is Brandon Staley. So, and I could be misreading that. That's just my gut read on the situation. So we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. But, you know, with the more time that goes by, you know, there's so many interviews continuing to go on. And I think we're really in we're waiting for the dominoes to fall. And I think everyone's kind of in a holding pattern, because we want to see what happens with the head coaching spots. You know, the Cowboys, Jets, Jags, to name a few. And once those dominoes fall, then everything else will kind of fall into place. So, I've been surprised kind of with how quiet it has been in regards to the 49ers search for a new DC. But as it's already been reported early on in the process that Robert Saleh was the favorite to land as the 49ers DC if he didn't get a head coaching job. You know, Barrows is basically reiterating that, and also adding that the 49ers will make him the highest paid DC. So that's a pretty big deal as well. So we'll see if it gets to that point. You know, I don't know where it works best for Saleh. Obviously, if you have the opportunity to be a head coach, yeah, I think at a certain point you kind of got to take it. So we'll see. We'll see if it's the Jags or not. We'll see if the Cowboys are interested. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this. Do you think that the 49ers are going to miss out on Robert Saleh? Do you feel like this waiting situation is not going to work out to the 49ers' benefit? I've kind of talked about it before while discussing these videos, is it feels like the 49ers have found themselves having to execute plan B, C, and D very often recently. You know, you go back to the Devondre Campbell situation. Kyle talked about how he was their 3rd choice at linebacker. It just kind of feels like they have a solid process in place. It just doesn't feel like they always get their top want, or the guy that's at the top of their list. Sometimes they have to settle for other things. So it would be great to see the 49ers not have to settle. Go get Robert Saleh, make him your guy, and hopefully not settle for Brandon Staley or someone else. But I do see that as a potential range of outcome, that Brandon Staley is the 49ers DC if Robert Saleh goes elsewhere. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys feel about this situation? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.